I guess they took turns.
That's the only copy I got of it too.
Back and forth.
That's
I
the
remember
last
the
original.
garden because if you see a picture back there, we found one of my mom in it. And I remember as a small child.
Might as well put that in your
flowers,
books.
I can't remember them. We don't have them around where we live, but they were real tall. It was
Look
like
at me
going
at
into a jungle.
I was flying.
I remember one time
Look at how high I got.
when
I'm doing bolts.
was eating peas, and he was eating them with a knife.
That is so
And so I had to always do what Grandpa Cougar did. So I put down my fork and tried to eat it with a knife.
But it copies me.
They kept falling
Oh yeah,
off.
I can see it.
And I just remember different things, being around them and so on, and then visiting them when they moved to Fargo and everything. And I remember when I would stay with Grandma Kruger in Fargo, and then I would go to Shirley and Charlotte's mom's place that she lived a few blocks away at Aunt Martha's. And so that's just some of the things. Yes, it is. Yeah, you can see the big house behind those. Yeah, hollyhocks, right? So. Where's the? I was going through some boxes upstairs a couple of weeks ago, and I found this copy of this Mother's Day greeting that Lloyd sent to his mother when he was injured and in the Philippines during World War II. And I'll let Joanne read it to you. Okay, bear with me if I stumble a little bit, but I'll try not to. God painted the beautiful morning and laid all the silver there, but dearer to men than the silver he laid in my mother's. But dearer to men's the silver he laid in my mother's hair. Ah, sweet is the light on the waters, and deep are the summer sky, but brighter and deeper the love light that shines in my mother's eyes. Roses are fair with the dewdrops that gleam in the petaled vase, but heaven's own beauty wakens in the smile of my mother's face. Dear God, the works of thy fingers are wondrous and all divine, but this is thy earth's rarest beauty, that wonderful mother of mine. U.S. Army. Thinking of you, he writes at the bottom. Have a wonderful Mother's Day, love, Lloyd.
I was about 12 or 13, I think. Jake came home from the Army, and we had a brand new, my dad just bought a brand new tractor. It was a Armline with a narrow front. And Jake and I, my dad was gone, it was a weekend, and Jake and I got on that tractor, and we were going around the yard. The yard was pretty big, and we were in road gear. And don't you suppose we tipped that thing over upside down on the hood. And neither one of us got hurt. But I wasn't waiting for my dad to come home.
He ran away from home.
I live on the original Kruger farm, and I was this summer. Ron and Keith and I were visiting at Faye's, and they recollected a story about our younger days when Faye and Kenneth would come to the farm one Sunday afternoon, and we went to town with your dad's car, and anyway, we went into Chaffee. And about an hour later or so, as the story goes, as Ronnie and Keith recollected, I just had forgotten it, Don Slocum, a friend of Dad's, and he was kind of like a town constable, called my dad. And he said, Dan and 2 other boys just went through town about 50, 60 miles an hour. And Dad said, yeah, no? Yeah, they were going in reverse. We knew we couldn't set any speed records going through Katy forward, so we cut it in reverse.
If anybody else has anything to say, if you don't, what I'd like to do is have all the family groups come up. We'll start with Gordon's family. Come up and then take somebody from your family and introduce everybody, and then you can get pictures of the whole group. We'll go right down the line of all the groups.
Yeah. John? Are you going to be in charge of cameras? Yeah. Family? It's family now.
Get your cameras ready.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I'll just be working.
You've been talking over the time. Please email me anything and oh my gosh!
Hello, Jake.
Haven't seen you for a long time.